Hello, Leo, and welcome to your Scorpio season reading. So Scorpio season is a time of reflection, inner work, acknowledging, healing, and releasing in preparation for the winter months. Of course, this reading is timeless, so whenever you come across it is when the messages may resonate with you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning member, welcome back to the Oracle of Atlantis. Let's get into your shadow work reading. So what is haunting you still at this time? From the Moon Oracle, we have the energy of the Scepter, number 14. This card has been coming out for most of these readings. So this card is a card of desiring to have a station or a bigger position in life, security, resources, etc. Desire for position and prominence. Azimel, the spike of Virgo. Traditionally, when the moon was in this mansion, it was considered beneficial in the promotion of divinatory studies and clairvoyance, tarot, and the like. When discovered in someone's natal chart, this mansion was said to increase their prudence and their ability to analyze. The Saturn-Venus combination in this mansion produces both a keen ambition and a desire to attain a position of responsibility in life. Both Venus and Saturn are possessive planets and together are usually concerned with material gain and achievement. Conjoined in the sign of Virgo in this mansion, they also indicate an element of perfectionism. If this card is drawn, you have a desire to rise above your station in life. You crave recognition and respect in a traditional sense and wish to be viewed as a pillar of society. This card reminds you that to achieve such a position, you generally have to employ a significant amount of good planning and forethought. With the astrology deck, we have the energy of the post-shadow retrograde. I was kind of getting this energy with Saturn and Venus. This could be like a Saturn or karmic return of your feminine energies. So post-shadow retrograde, this post-shadow phase of the retrograde follows the retrograde. This phase takes place after the planet has stationed, when the planet appears to stop before beginning retrograde and is working its way to the final degree where the cycle began. In this phase, you are clearing up what became undone or was confusing during the actual retrograde. In general, post-shadow retrograde is when you can recover or reckon with what got shaken up during that cycle. So there may be something that was kind of disturbed you or rocked your world a little bit. The next card we have the semi-sextile. So this could even be connected to, I almost get this feeling of like a relationship that could have shook you, but it wasn't maybe necessarily like a full-blown relationship. It could have been a relationship that started and didn't get anywhere. Of course, this could connect to many different areas of your life. It could be a business, career, finance, relationship, etc. So the semi-sextile, this aspect occurs when planets or other astrological points are 30 degrees from each other. When this aspect occurs, the celestial bodies involved are in neighboring signs, which means there is a potential for friendly connection. At the same time, this can also be a real disaster if they don't want to work together. When you spot a semi-sextile, consider how the different energies can be integrated for maximum potential. So I'm kind of getting this energy, what is haunting you? What seems to be haunting most of the collective at this time could be mainly like finances and security with the Scepter card here, this position of prominence. But there's almost this energy of like working with the hand you're dealt, right? Taking the energies that are before you and finding a way to integrate them into your path, your processes to come out on top for maximum potential of the situation. Now, what you have yet to acknowledge, we have the Andine Cross. So this is said to be like a portal that you can step to observe something. So you may want to work with this in meditation to see what you have yet to acknowledge on your personal journey. But the Andine Cross represents the cosmology of the shaman. It depicts the four cardinal directions, the upper and lower worlds, and the steps to reach these realms. The hole in the center is a gateway to interdimensional travel, the proverbial eye of the needle we can all go through to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom and to break free of linear time. The invitation from Spirit. The Andean cross announces the start to a great journey. It's time to raise your gaze from the mundane day-to-day to that which until now has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. Now, the medicine to what you need to acknowledge at this time, we have the rattle. So with this, there may be kind of like energies from early childhood that are kind of blocking your, perhaps even your belief in self of success. In some sense, is what I'm getting from this. Now, with that, you may want to do meditations for inner child healing and working with this Andean cross to step through to see something that has been kind of not acknowledged, right? That you haven't been aware of. That may give some insight onto what needs to be healed of or let go to achieve the success. So the medicine, you want to catch God on the whisper, not on the shout. What you are trying to craft to your own desires and expectations is already there, standing before you. Do not spin the world to your own benefit. You are being offered the Creator's tools, which must be put to use to serve the divine purpose. What you are trying to craft to your own desires and expectations is already there. So it's almost like working with the energies that are surrounding you. There's some sort of evolution through that process. They definitely have something to offer and benefit. Your house, by the way, Leo, is house number 5, which is all about your passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. That's kind of your natural wheelhouse. So for some, this definitely could be connected to your own creativity, may inspire some spark of illumination for you. Now, what you do have control over, we're working with the Millennium Thoth Tarot. So I am going to be reading these cards because they're a little bit different than your typical tarot. So first off, we have the card of lust. So in the traditional tarot, card number 11 is actually the card of justice, our own balance, our give and take responses. I'm kind of getting very much kind of Leo energy. It's almost like your balance is found in your own strength here. And the strength can be multiple things. She's holding a rose, so there's definitely like love, passion, but she's also holding a chalice, a cup. So your strength comes from your inner like emotions here. Lust. The Scarlet Woman sits on top of a fierce lion. She is lightly clothed in golden fabrics, which show off the curves of her skin. A lemniscate ties her dress by her legs. She holds a rose in her left hand and a cup illuminating the notion of the creative womb in the other. The lion wears a golden harness. The woman does not hold chains. She trusts in the lion to not harm her. The lion's tail forms a snake. It seems interested in the woman herself. Control of your life force is to pursue your will, the eternal struggle to tame your power and deal with self-esteem. Allow yourself to shine with the power within you. I am getting called to this, to the solar plexus chakra with this energy, right? This is very much like your internal sun, your confidence, which is connected to the solar plexus, the yellow chakra that sits above the belly button. So I would suggest working with that energy, because lust can come from many different avenues. It can come from psychological traumas and burdens, right? There could be a desire to want to be desired, but working on your self-confidence will help kind of strengthen your resolve and help you not to settle for anything less than you truly deserve. But first, you have to believe that you are worthy enough to attain such things, right? Which then brings us into the Princess of Wands. So the Princess of Wands is much like the Page of Wands. We have a ram's head, I believe, here. So Aries energy, tigers, a lot of cats. Cats are very like feline type of energy, right? They are felines, which can be seductive, power, strength. You also have the sun here representing your ruling star, I guess it would be. The Princess of Wands rushes forward from the flames. She is tattooed with red flames appearing all over her body. This is almost giving me like a phoenix rising type of energy, burning and clearing the old. That is like the false truths from our psyches, our internal light. A golden gauze lightly dresses her form. She wields a long wand topped with a shining sun. She has a look of determination on her face. A tiger rests at her feet. A ram's head altar burns with the passion blaze of this suit's elemental symbol. Release your enthusiasm out to the world. Let your brilliance shine. Share the good news and be bold. Now we have the energy of the Lovers. We have a lion, a snake, I think it's a white eagle. A lot of animals coming through your reading, Leo, so animal spirits may be guiding you at this time. If you have like animals coming up in your day-to-day life or in your dreams, feel free to Google the spiritual symbolism behind the animals or do a little bit of research. They may have some more guidance to offer you. The Lovers is connected to Gemini, which can be the light and shadow body. So with the energy of lust, I would kind of see this more of the shadow body. There's usually a reason behind the lust itself. And this can be lust in many areas. I mean, it could be sexual, but this could also be like a lust or desire for more in life. This desire to achieve prominence, right? But a lot of times this can come from perhaps growing up, you didn't have these things. So you're really desiring to obtain them. The Lovers, a man and a woman stand facing one another. He wears a long orange robe painted with swirls. His left hand extends a sphere. A gold crown sits on his head. A lion appears at his feet. The woman wears a red robe, decorated with bees. She offers out a cup. A silver crown appears on her head. An eagle appears at her feet. They are surrounded by a lemniscate. Lemniscate. I never say that word right, I don't think. The infinity symbol, uniting the couple. Cupid and his arrow appears above the Lovers. An Orphic egg hovers between them. It represents the essence, all life coming together. The astrological symbol for Gemini appears under the egg, which is interesting because your closing message, we do have the energy of the orphan. So that could be you yourself, viewer. It could be if you have a partner, perhaps they were an orphan, or it could even be maybe that you've adopted for some. A union of perfect trust and perfect harmony. The great work. A choice for devotion. Submit yourself to the greater good. For some of you, this could be, you may even be tempted by lust or by like a third party situation. And there may be a call if you are in partnership to really connect to the person you are with and not to stray. A lot of times, in relationships, when people cheat or stray, right, it's usually because they're trying to fill some sort of need within themselves. And if you yourself are an orphan, it could be the need to be desired, to be wanted, to be loved. And if you feel like you're not getting it from that partner and somebody else comes along and is like really nice to you, we can kind of stray off the path and go for that because it's kind of offering us what we need. But if you can realize this, if that is your situation, this is kind of your opportunity if you're in a partnership to speak to your partner about such issues and what you feel is lacking in your life. You do have control over the paths and choices that you choose. Now we have the energy of the moon. So we have Anubis here, which is like the god of the dead. We have the sacred Egyptian scarab, which I'm kind of seeing the solar plexus chakra here, but a lot of Egyptians were mummified with a scarab on their heart, which, was said to protect the heart from betraying the person in the afterlife. But a scarab, I believe, is like a dung beetle, right? So it's almost collecting the the crap from the heart. It could be past hurt, pain, suffering, all that thing to purify the heart space. The moon is connected to your subconscious, right? And like I was kind of suggesting with the less card, the less can be deeply connected to your subconscious energies. Your programming that you have grown up with throughout your life can definitely affect this energy. So working with your intuition and self-reflection will kind of help you understand yourself on a deeper level. You may want to check out, I'm just hearing to look into your natal chart. If you go to Google and type in free natal chart, there's Astro Astrology Cafe. If you plug in your information, it'll give you, it's quite a lengthy read of all your planetary alignments, but it'll actually give you guidance on what you're searching for in life, past experiences, and that may actually give you some deeper understanding and reflection of yourself. So the moon, 2 Anubis figures stand guard under a waning moon. The one left holds the symbol for Mercury, which is represented by thought. The one on the right holds the symbol for the planet of Pluto, which is life, death, and rebirth, transitioning through old energies. Their companions are jackals. These creatures protect 2 dark towers rising tall into the air. Hanging just under the moon is the astrology symbol for Pisces, the ruling astrological sign for this card. 9 Hebrew Yod letters float in between the 2 towers. A scarab emerges from the water holding a sphere of light. So this may be, it's almost like this scarab is bringing light to the darkness, to that which is unseen. Anubis represents the god of the dead, heralding darkness. Jackals are trickster figures, and the scarab reminds us that while the darkness of the moon distorts, the light of the sun always returns. Embrace the dark corners of your psyche. Dreams are reflections of worries and fears, given to the madness of the lunar energies. So with this being the energy you have control over, we have the card of lust. The Princess of Wands could be connected to the Page of Wands, so this definitely could be connected to messages. There could be with the Lovers, I mean, if you're in a partnership, I mean, you kind of know your relationship. There's a need to be like really honest with yourself, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Is it working? Do you see it working in the long run? Because maybe there's something tempting you for a reason, but with the Princess of Wands here, usually the pages kind of represent messages. So there, you could be receiving messages or even sending out messages. With this, the best advice I can give is to maybe perhaps meditate and take some time in meditation and speak from your heart. Try to be authentic to yourself with whoever you're dealing with, so that you don't get caught up in some third-party weird scenario or trap, right? For some of you, like if you are already in a really good partnership and there's somebody like trying to break that or like talk almost like sexually with this lust energy, it's like, I mean, the best advice I can give to you is if you're in a good relationship already, you might want to nip this in the bud. You perhaps may want to speak to your partner about it just to let them know, because it's better coming from you than finding out from an outside source, right? So just be authentic and truthful with the energies that are surrounding you at this time. So now the guidance of your evolutionary rebirth. We have the Sky Lightning Moon. Number 49. 49 reduced would be a 13, which I do see as divinatory energy, the universal energies. We have a snake here and lightning. So lightning kind of comes in to break up old and stagnant energy. The snake is usually a symbol for shedding the old, right? Releasing past. 13 reduced, 1 plus 3 would be a 4, which is the house of Cancer, right? So this is all about home and family, perhaps even changing our perspective within our home and family dynamics. When life kicks you in the ass or knocks you down or throws a big old handful of dirt in your face, the most important thing you can do to support yourself through the experience is to feel it and to acknowledge your suffering. When we go through intense and painful experiences, as every human being does, that suffering opens up doorways in our consciousness that expand our perspective and gives us a deeper understanding of ourselves and of humanity. These experiences transform our understanding of the world and allow us to perceive from a higher level of intelligence. Our intuition grows stronger. So perhaps that's what you have control over, is strengthening your intuition with the moon's energy. We become aware of new concepts, new structures, and new patterns, all because we allowed these challenging moments to shape us and to transform us. Allow yourself to feel the pain you are enduring, to acknowledge that pain, and to follow it through the portals of expansion that are here to deliver you. The portals of expansion, right? Seeing something that has like previously eluded you, perhaps. Now we have the water spring moon, number 29, which reduced would be 11. So this is like a karmic gateway, and I'm seeing the 1111 portal here. So what you put in, you will get back. So with that, it's a call to shift your perspective, to try to see that things happen for a reason, to build your good karma. We do have blue and purple. So blue is usually connected to speaking your truth, being authentic. Purple can be connected to your crown chakra. So the crown chakra is where we would receive divine guidance from the heavens, right? It's like the opening to the heavens, to the divine. You have the moon's energy again. Both of these cards are the moon. So there's definitely this call to connect to your subconscious, your meditative state, as well as your dreams. They could be showing you a lot of things at this time. There is a special essence that can only be found in the depths. By venturing beneath the surface and by braving the unknown that awaits us there, we cultivate an expanded sense of awareness that gives rise to new thoughts, fresh feelings, and profound understandings. These enhanced perceptions magnetize the essence of awakening, gifting us the ability to tap into new skills, extrasensory powers, and magic. You are emerging from the depths, my dear. Allow the energy of renewal to expand your perceptions and to heighten your sensitivities. You are awakening to your spiritual powers. New heights, greater expanses, and fresh magic are here for you now. Be still and move slowly, and allow yourself to integrate and to synthesize the divine treasures that you have gathered. There's like this energy of developing your like mental states and spiritual gifts, adapting what works for you and releasing what doesn't. So you may have picked up a lot of tools and tricks along the way on your journey. Some may work for you at this time, others you may no longer need. So it's like integrating these energies within yourself to give you a stable foundation and a great karmic return here. So finally we have some earth energy with the land flower star. 75 reduced would be a 12, which is ironically connected to Pisces, which Pisces was the original ruling zodiac of the moon. Pisces is connected to psychic visions, dreams, fantasies. 12 reduced, 1 plus 2 would be a 3, which is the house of Gemini, ruled by Mercury, which is all about our thought processes, our light and shadow energies, our psyche, our subconscious and conscious minds coming into balance. And I do love this card because you kind of start with a closed lotus and it slowly opens. So the crown chakra is said to open like a 1,000-petaled lotus to the divine. And when it's open, it's pure and receptive, right? Now this card, you may want to look into palmistry a little bit. Especially if you have weird sensations or blockages in your fingers, like if you're feeling a tensing, whatever hand it is, you can Google the left or right hand kind of palmistry. There's planets connected to each what are they, phalanges? Is that the right word? In between each knuckle, right? So this could have some significance. You may want to, like for me, I kind of crack my fingers just by like lightly pulling on the finger from the main knuckle of the palm all the way out. and sometimes they'll crack and release and the energy will start free flowing again. But there could be blockages in some of your planetary alignments, so this is following your intuition. You may even want to meditate and go into that specific part of your finger to see what imagery comes through. But we have the land, flower, star. The soul of spring has come for you. It doesn't matter what the calendar says. Your life is in bloom, my dear. Celebrate. Just as the flowers awaken to the warmth of the sun's proximity, so too your heart is blossoming now. This is an expansive moment in your earth walk. There is a mirth and a lightness emanating from your spirit that is drawing others near. They sense your majesty and are drawn to the fragrant energy you are giving off. There is nothing you can do to hide your radiance, so allow yourself to bask in the attention and enjoy it. You are blooming. Let people smell your petals and admire your blossoms. It's really just kind of bringing me back to this energy of lust. This could be definitely exploring your more sensual sides. Let people smell your petals and admire your blossoms. You are an inspiration to so many in this moment. This could be the energy of, you may have like a lot of like, for some of you, you may have a lot of like sexual desires and energies, fetishes, kinks kind of going through your mind. This may be a call. I mean, for some of you, you may want to explore them with other people, especially like if you were in partnership. Hopefully your partnership would be a safe place to do so. But with the moon's energy, the moon is a lot of the subconscious and the mind kind of energy. So you may want to like be with yourself to explore this energy, to see what's true and what's not, because we can change and evolve and adapt, right? What you want at one point may not actually be what you want, but it's just something that perhaps you've considered. Now we have the land, mountain, and sun, represented by the dolphin. 62 reduced would be an 8, which is Scorpio, which can be connected to life, death, and rebirth, as well as our like business relationships. The dolphins are said to be really intelligent. They are healers. They can offer messages. Your aspirations and accomplishments are a gift to your tribe. As you achieve and then expand your vision to align with what you want to achieve next, and then achieve again, and so on and so forth. You're not just living giant. You are giving others permission to achieve this way too, and to expand their reality constructs as you do. Your evolution inspires their evolution, but you can only achieve greater and greater things when you are 100% authentic and you remain true to your vision. You must be in total alignment with your own unique mission to be able to access the doorway that leads to these ever-expanding triumphs. You are being asked to step into your purpose and to allow it to take you to great heights. Do not compromise the integrity of your vision. Stay true to yourself every step of the way and allow those steps to lead you to peaks of possibility you didn't even know were possible. So there's kind of this energy of nice guys finish last, right? Sticking true to your integrity, your authenticity is not always the easiest journey. It is actually a very hard journey, and at times you may feel like you're going nowhere. But when you do this, you're actually building a really stable, solid foundation that can't be torn down because you didn't build it upon lies and mistrust, right? So keep that in mind. In your future fortune, from the Ethereal Visions Tarot, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. Not the greatest energy. The Six of Pentacles upright suggests paying it forward, helping other people out. When it's reversed, it can signify delay, challenges, unbalanced energy, and procrastination. So this may come in your future, and this could happen for many reasons. If you're trying to achieve something, you may be really called to make sure you keep going back to meditating and self-awareness and understanding to kind of work through these challenges or unbalanced energy. Then you have the Knight of Cups, which symbolizes balance, generosity, strength, advancement, fulfillment, inspiration, and healing. So that's quite beautiful, because in the future there's this procrastination or unbalanced energy, but then it is showing that immediately after, by working with your inner realms, your subconscious, meditating, clearing energies. You may want to do body scan meditations to release old energies. There's this energy of advancement, fulfillment, inspiration, and healing that comes through with the Knight of Cups. Now this is going to require strength. This is your energy, Leo. The card of strength connects to Leo's energy. So obviously it'll take strength to go through this energy, to observe oneself and make the right choices for you and your path. The strength card reminds us that true power comes from within. Through patience, gentleness, and compassion, one can overcome obstacles without resorting to physical aggression. So we did kind of have this energy of obstacles here, right? Patience, gentleness, and compassion. So if something's not unfolding as we had hoped it would, or as fast as we had hoped it would, there's a need for patience to trust in the plan unfolding. The woman and the lion signify that we need to tame the beast within ourselves and find balance, inner calm, courage, control, and patience. That's interesting that we need to find to tame the inner beast, right? Because in this card, the lion definitely is looking all kinds of angry here. And this card is very much reminding me of the card of strength as well as the card of balance with justice. Typically in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, it shows a woman putting her hand in the mouth of the lion. So this could be even like when you get irritated, annoyed, triggered, a call to go within oneself to see where these triggers are coming from, to try not to explode, but to try to heal the energy from within, to use your internal strength. Then we have the Knight of Wands, which symbolizes determination, energetic, impulsiveness, and passionate, with the Tower card. So we all want to have passion in our life, but there's, on either side, we have fire and water. This is like our passion and our emotions, finding that balance, which is going to require strength. But we do need to do this, because then you end with the Tower. The Tower moment is a disruption. But as you can see in the Tower, he is wearing a mask. So if you are hiding things, or telling little lies to get ahead or something, rushing into things without considering the consequence, this could it could actually end very badly for you here with the Tower. So if you stay true and authentic on your path, work with what is given to you the best to your abilities, you can potentially avoid this energy. But the Tower can also represent faulty beliefs and foundations. There may be a catastrophic event that happens. It may not even be your energy. It could actually be connected to somebody around you may go through this energy. You may even get to bear witness to somebody else's karma, is actually what I'm getting from this. It may be like somebody who has done you wrong. If you're patient, strong, try not to get in the middle of it, their own foundation will crack and fall. Like the divine will take care of this. So this is your future energy. So with the Six of Pentacles, it may be a call to try to pay it forward to other people, help where you can. Honoring your emotions, having compassion with the Knight of Cups may require strength, especially if you feel perhaps like maybe you feel like nobody's doing you favors, but you are being called to keep trying to help where you can. The Knight of Wands is passions coming in for you, or you will be following your passions. But with this energy of lust and perhaps desire for more, try not to just jump on things as soon as they come. You may want to give them a little consideration and thought before proceeding forward, so that you don't end up causing some sort of chaos or destructive energy around you. Now we get into your animal spirit guide and the closing message. But before we get in there, I kind of want to go back to this. So you had this card the land, flower, and star with the lotus. And I'm getting very much kind of Egyptian type of energy. So Egyptians were very, they were into fragrance and smells. And then it did speak of this with this card of scent. So I just wanted to let you know, in case you were picking up a scent, I am burning an incense in your reading, which is the Forest Unicorn, Pure Magic. White Rose. So just in case if you by the off chance happen to smell, that is what it is, in case you were curious. But your closing messages and your animal spirit guide, we have the Horse of Trust. So trust the path, trust the divine, trusting in yourself. This card represents trust and loyalty. Throughout history and within different cultures, horses have been associated with war, power, death, and luck. However, any who have chosen to work alongside them or ride them will probably favor the theme of trust. A large and imposing creature, since its domestication, the horse has been an essential part of the development for good or ill. Humans have entrusted horses with their lives and fortunes. Horses have loyally walked alongside humans in battles, storm, and over oceans. This card is symbolic of allegiance, solidarity, and camaraderie. It is a friendship forged from mutual respect and shared adversities. So with horses, they're a very energetic creature. I mean, most animals are. From my own experience, I had to be completely honest with a horse. I was actually in a herd of horses, and even though I admire their beauty, I'm kind of a little bit afraid of them, right? They're a massive animal. But by doing that, the horse actually let me pet it, right? So there's this energy of trust. You did have in your control this energy of lust with the Lover's card, as well as this Princess of Wands, this message. So there's definitely a need to be honest and authentic. When a horse is trained to be ridden, they are said to be broken. Through this process, their natural animal urges to hide or flee are replaced with subservience to the human rider. One reading of this card could be a warning. Could be warning you not to trust blindly, to follow your own will when you feel you are being led astray. It is urging you to trust in yourself. In Scottish folklore, the Kelpie is a shape-shifting creature who generally takes the form of a black horse. Getting very much chariot energy, so black horse could be very much your shadow or subconscious energy. The creature entices wandering humans to ride it, then runs into the water where the victims are drowned. Ooh, much as the light reading of this card warns against blind trust, the shadow reading warns against misplaced trust. The creature entices wandering humans to ride it. And in all honesty, what I'm actually getting is there may be somebody trying to seduce you. That could potentially lead to your downfall. So the question that you really need to ask yourself is, like, how much are you willing to lose, right? The elements are earth. Florals are freesia, sweet pea, and thyme. Stones that you can work with the trust of the horse's energy. We have sodalite, smithsonite, amber, and chrysoprase. Blessing a marriage or union, encouraging trust and understanding between people, guarding against fraud. So for those of you that are in a relationship, my advice to you, if there's somebody trying to stir the pot or even perhaps like blackmail you, I would definitely suggest coming clean to your partner to build that energy of trust of what is happening in your relationship. Now, with your archetype for the closing message, we have the energy of the orphan. So the energy of the orphan can cause a lot of issues surrounding our self-worth and our confidence, right? Especially if you were orphaned as a child, this can do a lot of, it can put a lot of blockages within the psyche, because technically the orphan feels abandoned, you could have huge trust issues with people, especially if you were an orphan, right? Simply because you may feel deep down that you were left behind. So with this snake in this card, you have a lot of snakes coming out your reading, which is a good thing. Snakes are very vibrational creatures. They dig deep into the energies beneath the surface, but they also shed the skin. They're constantly transmuting energy. So with the Ouroboros, which is the snake eating its tail, is a completion of a cycle. However, in this card, it is not eating its tail at all. It is actually weaving over itself and constantly circling. So there may be energies that are constantly circling around you that are requiring your trust and faith to evolve or break through. Here, horses are stable and strong. So this could be a call to approach things from a different perspective, to try to be authentic and open about what you're feeling, what you're going through, whether this is with a loved one, family, friends. You may want to seek a counselor, whatever the case may be. This is the deep inner healing of the shadow work itself, so that you can build more trust in your life from within your own energy to understand yourself on a deeper divine level. So that is the reading I have for you at this time. I hope it resonates. If it does, please feel free to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Many blessings. Live, love, and light. Take care.